Africa, a continent rich in traditions and cultures, has a deep connection with storytelling that spans generations, captivating audiences young and old alike. Among these cherished stories are folktales that weave lessons into their vibrant narratives. Today, we're diving into one such tale that explains through allegory why things are as they are. It's the story of why the hawk kills the chicken, a narrative that speaks to the nature of trust, betrayal, and retribution. Once upon a time, in a lush and beautiful African village, where the sun shone brightly and the air was filled with the sounds of life, there existed a world where all animals lived in harmony. Among these creatures were the hawk and the chicken, who were not only neighbors but shared a bond that went beyond mere companionship. In this peaceful setting, the birds would often gather to sing and dance, sharing stories under the canopy of the great acacia trees. Their existence was a testament to the delicate balance nature provided. One day, the ever-watchful hawk found itself in a predicament. Its keen eyes surveyed the land, yet food was becoming scarce in the skies. The hawk, known for its spirit and pride, decided it must descend to earth in search of nourishment. The hawk remembered its friendship with the chicken, believing the chicken could perhaps help it source the food it needed. Days with an empty belly were turning into weeks, but thinking of the chicken, the hawk felt a glimmer of hope. The chicken, considered a social and somewhat scattered character in the story, was approached by the hawk. The hawk shared its plight, its hunger gnawing away not only at its body but also at its spirit. Moved by the hawk's plight, the chicken made a solemn promise. It would ask its chicks to help the hawk find food, suggesting they could assist in planting seeds that would eventually sustain all. The chicken's offer sparked warmth in the hawk's heart, and they both were filled with optimism for a fruitful future. Time, as it always does, moved forward, and the seasons began to change. Yet as the days turned into weeks, the promise made by the chicken seemed to fade into oblivion. The chicken, preoccupied with its daily routines and endless clucking gossip with other animals, became careless and forgot its pledge. Days passed, and the hawk noticed the absence of the chicks and the promised help. The crops that were meant to grow were left untended, hunger resurfacing in the hawk's life as a bitter reminder of broken promises. The hawk, bewildered and hurt, finally confronted the chicken. It circled down from the skies, landing amidst the chickens with a heart heavy with disappointment. With wings drooping and eyes weary, the hawk approached the chicken, hoping to find some semblance of explanation. Upon being asked, the chicken barely remembered the promises it had made, offering feeble excuses and shifting blame. The trust, once the core of their friendship, shattered under the weight of neglect and indifference. Amidst the clucks of the farmyard, a silence of understanding fell between the hawk and the chicken. Realizing the futility of the situation, the hawk made a solemn decision. It would take matters into its own talons. From that day on, whenever it soared above the village and spotted a chicken, it remembered the betrayal. The hawk began to prey on the chickens as a way to enforce the natural order of promises made and promises broken. This new order was a manifestation of the hawk's heartache, a reminder to all creatures of the cost of neglect and betrayal. And so, this tale from Africa teaches us an ever-relevant lesson on the importance of trust and the impact of betrayal. This is why, to this day, hawks swoop down from the sky, seeking chickens as both a history and a reminder of promises once broken. With this story, we're reminded to hold our promises close and tread carefully in friendships, knowing that words unkept can lead to consequences unforeseen. I hope you enjoyed our journey into this timeless folktale. Stay curious and keep exploring the world of stories, each offering a lesson shaped by the cultures that bear them. Until next time, may your words be as gold and your actions even brighter.